We're standing inside the Genting of the Forbidden City, and behind me is text that can tell us a lot about how complicated China really was during the last dynasty when it came to written language. Because when the Manchus, they took over, they came in from the northeast and took over all of China, they were actually afraid to become absorbed by the Han Chinese culture. So in order to take over China, they would develop their own language, written language, even before they actually set a foot inside China. It was based on Mongolian, and it is what you can see here, written out in Manchu. I don't understand a word of this, but I can make some sense of what is over here, written in Chinese. This is a text written out by the Qianlong Emperor, and it is written with one purpose, and that is reminding the Manchus that they should not indeed become Han Chinese, because he was afraid that the Manchus, they would take over too many of the bad habits of the Han Chinese, like the Jin dynasty that the Manchus felt very connected to, had done before them. Qianlong is writing that the Jin dynasty would start to drink and be together with women in a not very respectable way, and in this way become decadent and lose the power altogether. You can see that you have two characters here. The first one you probably recognize, that is the character for alcohol, and the other one is the one for like for being with women in a not very decent way. You can also see later down here in the text that it says something about qi, like to ride a horse, and to shoot with a bow and arrow. And if you look around this like hall here, then you can get a good idea of how the Manchus, they defined themselves. It was integral for them to ride horses because they were people of the plains and they did not want to lose their nomadic values. So here you can see all the saddles of the most important Qing dynasty emperors. And you can also see over here that you have bow and arrow, something that they felt extremely connected to, in a way so that when Manchus, they were taking the imperial examinations, they should also show their ability with bow and arrow, because that was integral to being Manchu. So in this way, you can see how complicated a place China really was, and how difficult it was when the last emperor, he abdicated in 1912, and China started to look for a common language.